G'day there and welcome to Tim's Board Game Review, Episode 9. In this episode I'm going to review the 2 to 4 player worker placement game Stone Age, and a game typically goes for a bit over an hour. As its name suggests, the game is set in the Stone Age, and each player has control over a clan of people that they put to work each round doing things such as hunting for food or building buildings. The person who most effectively deploys their people will generally earn the most victory points and win the game. So let's now see what you get inside the box. Get a colour rulebook. The main playing board with the scoring track around the outside. Individual playing boards where you place your people, resources, food, civilization cards, buildings and tools. Food tokens, which you need to feed your people with. Wood resource, which you get from placing workers in the forest. The brick resource, which you get from placing people in the clay pit. The stone resource, which you get by putting people in the quarry. And the most expensive resource, gold, which you get by placing people in the river. Tool tokens, which can be used to assist you in getting resources or food. Building tiles, which score you points. Civilization cards, which often give you an immediate benefit and a score benefit at the end of the game. The scoring track marker for keeping your score. The food track marker for tracking your level of food production. People, which you place onto the board each round. The dice cup. And the dice, which you get rolled when trying to obtain resources or food. And the first player marker, which moves around the table. This is what this beautiful game looks like set up for 4 players. The game of Stone Age consists of a number of rounds. Each round is split into 3 phases. In the first phase, players take turns putting their workers onto the board and are competing for a limited number of spaces. So as with any good worker placement game, the place that you want may be taken by someone else before you get a chance to take it. So you may have to go somewhere else. Oh, I was going to go there.
Bad luck, buddy.
In the second phase of the game, the workers go to work for you doing things such as collecting stone from the quarry or wood from the forest. There's a whole range of activities your workers can do, and I'll now describe them to you. The field space increases your food production, which reduces the amount of food you need to consume at the end of each round. For example, if your food production is 2 and you have 6 people, you start with 5, you would have to consume 4 food at the end of the round, 6 minus 2. The hut allows you to place 2 people, obviously a man and a woman, and they do it as they do it on the Discovery Channel, and this helps you to produce another worker. The toolmaker place allows you to obtain an extra tool. The building places allow you to build the building provided you have the correct resources as depicted on each building. Each building gets you immediate victory points. The civilization card spaces allow you to take the card provided you are able to pay between 1 to 4 resources depending on its location. The one to the right only costs 1 resource, through all the way to the one on the left being the most expensive, costing 4 resources. At the end of each round, all cards are shuffled across to the cheaper spots and the blank spaces are filled from the deck. People placed in either the food or resource spaces allow you to roll dice equal to the number of people you commit to each area. So if, for example, you place 3 people at the stone space and you roll 3 dice, you then add up the total of the dice and divide it by the cost of stone, which is 5, and that determines how much of that resource you get. So in this example, you'd only get 1 stone as the total is only 8. If you fall short of something, you're often able to use tools to get you over the line. So in the previous example, if you had at least 2 tools, you would be able to use 2 of them to add to the dice roll. This would bring your total to 10, which would therefore allow you to get the 2 stone. This can certainly take some of the luck element out of the dice rolls, and over the entire game the dice rolling luck is generally very even. In the third and final phase, it is time to feed your people, as I discussed previously. If you don't have enough food, you are forced to take a 10-point penalty. The game ends when either a stack of buildings runs out or if there are not enough civilization cards left to replenish the empty spaces. While you acquire quite a few points during the game, you also get a lot of points from civilization cards at the end. So in this example, you would get 5 bonus points for every tool that you acquired during the game. It somewhat depends on the number of players and how quickly a game end was triggered, but a typical score could be anything between about 100 and 300 points.
These are Tim's ratings for this game.
Components are very good. The only thing it loses 1.4 is the fact that the box doesn't close properly. Luck factor would probably be low to medium, as there is obviously dice rolling involved, but it does even out over the course of a game. And the cards, the civilization cards that come up, appear randomly. Fun factor, I'd rate that medium. Anything with a lot of dice rolling is often quite fun. Complexity would be low to medium. It is a fairly simple game to learn how to play. Rate the depth medium. As I said, there are a number of different strategies that can be deployed and explored. Replayability, medium to high. There's certainly multiple pathways to victory, but it does sort of follow a similar pattern each game. Overall, I gave this game a solid 8 out of 10. It's quite an enjoyable game with a lot of difficult decisions to make, and generally the best player wins. So I hope you enjoy the review, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye for now.